Welcome to our program today. This is our very first episode of Home is Here. Thank you so much for joining us. I am your host, Fisiani Sinyama. Home is Here is a program that is focused on the different countries that make up Manitoba's cultural diversity. Today, in our very first episode, we will be taking you on a mini trip to the Netherlands. The Netherlands. The Dutch United Provinces declared their independence from Spain in 1579. With a population of over 16 million people, the Netherlands is located in Western Europe, bordering the North Sea between Belgium and Germany. The climate is that of cool summers and mild winters. The terrain is mostly coastal, lowland, and some hills in southeast. Dutch is the official language of the Netherlands. Here in Manitoba, you can contact the Dutch-Canadian Society of Manitoba at 204-269-1365. If you're just joining us today, we have Susanna van Steen in the studio helping us unveil the culture in the Netherlands. Goedemiddag, Susanna.
Goedemiddag.
Did I say that right?
Yeah, you got it down pretty good.
Yeah. But that's as far as it goes. I'm not saying anymore.
Well, that's a hard word to say, so.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So 10 points?
8.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, 8 points. I'll
Yeah.
settle for 8
Yeah.
points. Well, thank you so much for joining me, Susanna, and thank you for being on my show.
Well, thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
Well, Susanna, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I've lived in the Netherlands almost all my life. I was there until early 20s, and then since I got married, that's when I moved to Canada. So now I live here with my husband and 3 kids.
Yeah.
And it's great.
Yeah,
I
so
love
what
it.
made you decide to come to Canada?
Well, I never really expected to come and live here, but it's just because of my husband and how we met. I came here on a holiday with my sister and her husband and my brother, and just a holiday, you know, to just visit some people that I didn't know yet, and you know, it's just a nice way to you know, to have some adventure.
Yeah.
And so I got here, and on the airport, my then, you know, unfamiliar person came, and that turned out to be my husband. So you know, we met each other, and no, I saw him, and I right away thought, oh man, this is a nice guy.
Good looking.
Good, yeah. He thought I was married to my brother, so he, on the other hand, was more like, you know, he didn't make eye contact with me, which is in the Netherlands a big thing, you know, like you look at somebody when you talk to them. So when we're having a conversation and he didn't look at me, I thought, well, you look good, but you know, you could also make some eye contact here right now, because this is pretty rude. You know? But it all turned out good, and you know.
I guess you do get together with your sister and brother and have a good time. So when you get together, like, are there any Dutch things that you do, or like?
No, well, we talk Dutch to each other. You know, it's like one of the only times that you can actually speak Dutch to each other. Because you know, normally in my daily life, I speak English all the time because my husband only speaks English. So yeah, no, it's we talk our own language, and then other than that, we just, you know, I think we kind of got used to the Canadian way of living too. So I don't think we're doing a lot of different things, but that is a big thing.
Okay, well, let's talk about family. In different cultures, family is defined very differently. In the Netherlands, like when somebody says family, like what immediately comes to mind?
Well, you know, I think you can't say generally everybody's like that, but I'm pretty sure that overall people think family is very important. Like my family, for sure, it's very important. You know, it's
gotta be there for all the gatherings.
Yeah, for sure. You know, but it's also so much fun. Like all my uncles and aunts, they're just, you know, we have a great relationship with them, and cousins are, you know, almost sometimes extended into, you know, feel like a brother or feel like a sister. You know, so it's we are very close, and I think overall people do really appreciate family and having that bond. So yeah.
And how do you think that perspective of family, where it's inclusive of aunties and uncles and nieces and nephews and cousins, how do you think that helps to build a society or a community?
Well, I think families are so important in so many ways. You know, they can teach your kids things too that you as a parent maybe, you know, because you're so in the moment, you kind of forget about it. And your family is there for support, you know. So all these things have such a great, you know, way of, teaching your kids too certain important things that they need in their communities where they live.
Hey, Susanna, you're spoiling this child here. You have to do this. And those are the aunties, right?
Yeah,
gotta love them.
yeah.
And then at night, they're sneaking candy into their bed, and they're like, "We have the best auntie in the whole world."
Oh yeah, I love her so much. No, it's very important, I think.
Yeah. Okay, so tell me, I'm going to say this with lots of caution, and I'm not saying one parent is above the other, but who holds the most status in a family?
Well, for us personally, it would be my husband.
Yeah.
We want him to be the leader of the home, and it doesn't mean that I'm less valuable, but I just like him to be, and he too, but we like him to be the final, he has the final word on things, and I'm not going to discuss things in front of the kids with him. It's afterwards I might just talk to him if I didn't agree, and we will talk about it and work it out. But if for the kids too, we like it that he's the leader of the home, and I feel secure in that too. I feel safer that way too, instead of me making all the important decisions. So
you collaborate, right? You talk it over and you bounce things off each other.
Definitely, and we're at the same level. It's not like, oh, he's here and I'm here, but it's we just give him that space to be the provider, to be the leader, of the home. So
that's awesome. I think that's fantastic. So are there things that would be different for men, things that would be different for women in terms of roles in a house?
In the Netherlands, well. Talking about the Netherlands, I think a lot more women nowadays work like that they used to. It used to be, stay-at-home moms and stuff like that. But now it's more a common thing that moms also go out to work. So I don't know if there's a huge difference between men and women there now.
Yeah, it used to be different in back then, and now things are just catching up.
Yeah, so and that's not just the Netherlands. I think it's everywhere. But yeah, you can see that there very much too. Yeah. Like they like to go out.
So in your home, I'm so excited for this question. You have boys and you have a girl.
Yeah.
Do you have, or are you going to have different roles for the girl, like chores? Different chores for the girl and different chores for the boys, or
wasn't planning on it.
are they going to do the same thing? If she can cook, you can cook. If she can do dishes, you can do dishes.
Like she naturally likes to help me cook. But I do want the boys also to just learn to do some things like that. I mean, how much better is it for their future wives that they're able to do some laundry, And actually, my oldest son, Maxim, he likes to fold laundry and stuff. Yeah. Well, why not let him do it? Yeah. It's good for him to learn some, to do some stuff like that for himself for later. So, and Solara too. She's actually quite, tomboy already. So why not let her do some boy things? She likes shooting a bow and arrow or something, I mean, no, I try not to, put things so much to gender. I just like to have them
do what you want.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of talk about it takes a village to raise up a child. Yeah. What does that mean to you?
Well, I think it's true in a certain way. I don't agree with some people that they think that teachers, for example, have also the job of raising the kids while they're in school. That's a parent's job, mainly. It's our responsibility to train and teach our kids. Yep. But I do believe that, yes, it does take other people too to point us out on things, or they can help us too. I mean, if I'm with friends and they see something that I maybe should change, I'm so open for that and for, their opinions on it and maybe to make it better, So you do need other people. So to help you too, right? Yeah. So, but you're the parents. So you're the main
you're
teacher.
the main person.
So, but altogether, I think it's true
you
that
can raise
you do.
up a good child.
Yeah, I do think so. So I would be agreeing with that statement.
Well, that's Susanna van Stern, and she is still with us right after this. Thank you so much for joining us back again. We have Susanna van Stern in the studio helping us unveil the culture in the Netherlands. In every culture, there are must-dos and no-nos. And Susanna is going to help us talk about both of them. So, Susanna, there are do's and there are no-nos. I want to hear about both of them.
Well, I'll start with the no-nos because I actually brought this So it's a calendar. It's a birthday calendar, and the difference is that it doesn't have the actually year on it, so you can just use it every year, and it doesn't change anything about the days or anything, right? So yeah, and it's something in the Netherlands that pretty much everybody has it in their bathroom.
Okay.
Because you go to the bathroom
Everybody
every day,
goes in
several
there.
times a day. You sit there and you see this calendar, and you're like, "Oh, hey, what? I forgot this person's birthday." Or "Oh, tomorrow is a birthday, so I have to make sure I let them know." So it's a good reminder for me, especially. So a big no-no is for somebody, if you're coming for a visit, you do not ever write your name on it yourself.
What? So I can't come in your house and say, "Hey, Susanna forgot to put me on this thing."
Well, if you're in the Netherlands, then no, because I write it down in my own handwriting. I mean, it doesn't look good if it's somebody else's handwriting.
Slant it that way.
Or what some people think is like, what if you invite somebody that you don't really like and the person writes it on there, then you have to look at it every time you sit in go to the bathroom. So it's like, you don't do it. Just don't do it. So that's a big no-no.
Okay.
And I would say a big thing that people do expect when you do is it doesn't matter if you don't, if you go somewhere to a party or whatever, if you don't know somebody, introduce yourself, like give somebody a hand. In the Netherlands, it's a big thing to, even kiss on the cheeks 3 times, kiss, or something. But if you really don't know the person, then at least give them a hand and introduce yourself. Not doing that would be considered rude, So yeah, that's a big must that you have to do. Yeah.
And so you did talk about eye contact earlier on because you didn't like so much that your now husband wasn't looking at you.
Yeah, that's a big thing too. Like, you talk to me, then look at me. Give me the respect of actually looking me in the eye. That's what most people would think. It's like,
So what if I went to the Netherlands today? What would gain me brownie points? Like, what is the most respectful thing like I could ever do to somebody?
Well, I think just doing that, like go there and just
introduce yourself,
look
at them in the eye.
You could even maybe give a hug. That probably wouldn't be so strange to most people, because they used to do that all the time, So just be open, and a big thing, be yourself.
Yes.
Like, Dutch people don't like fake. Just say what you think you say, or say what you think, and
just be open.
Just be open.
Let it out.
Yeah, let it out. Better to be that way than just talk behind your back or whatever, not knowing what.
So it is actually, I've heard that Dutch people are very direct.
Yeah.
Like, they will tell you something just the way it is. They don't mean to offend you. They don't mean it in a bad way, but I'm just saying what it is, what it looks like. Is that pretty much?
That's true. Yeah. But I think that there's different levels of that. Some people are really direct, almost to the point that it's rude. Direct.
Yeah.
But and then there's people who are less, which is more normal. But I think overall people just like to tell you the truth. Like,
all these things that we've talked about, are these things that you teach your kids? And if you do teach them, like, is it because you want them to be that way, or is it more because you want them to fit in the culture back home when you go visit? Like,
well, it's more because I think those are good norms, or good values, to do. So thank you, Mom and Dad, but I just mainly want to do that because I think they're good values.
Yeah. Well, religion is a big part in most of the countries, in most of the world. Do you actively participate in any religion, whether here or back home?
Yeah, I grew up in a Christian family. And was born again myself in my teens.
Yeah.
And but it's more so from when I actually came to Canada that I really started to have a great, personal relationship with God.
Yeah.
From the church that I went to, which is Springs Church, it was just such a life-giving church, and it really changed me and my relationship with God. Suddenly, it became more from knowledge that you learn to actually something that lives inside of you. That you can just,
And this is obviously, if you love it that much, you take your family there, your kids
they
go there.
They love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they love it.
Mommy, it's Sunday. We're going to church today.
Yeah, well, back in the Netherlands, I have to be honest, Sunday wasn't my favorite part of the week, you know, it was more boring, you know, and the whole day was kind of. Now it's my favorite day of the week. It's like, oh, we're going to church, you know, and the kids are excited, and we go even out for supper afterwards. We meet friends, you know, the whole day. But church is it's a big part of our life. We see them as family, you know. It's not just oh, we go on a Sunday. It's way more than that. It's like the whole week we. You know, God is such a vital part of our lives. So
that's wonderful. You know, it's not very easy for people to find that spiritual connection with whatever it is that they believe in. And I think it's very important for somebody to believe in something. And it's such a good thing that you have found something that you believe in and you love it so much, and it's going well for you. And that's fantastic.
Makes a huge difference.
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, so let's talk about recreation in the Netherlands. The week is done. What do kids do over the weekend?
Well, I think if I just think about more myself, because you know I'm a little bit out of the loop here since I live here for 6 years. But what I used to do when I was younger too, it's just you meet up in a weekend. You maybe have a play date with some kid that you went to school with or something. You know, so you just go over there to their house, or they come to you. But many times I would just play by myself too, inside the house or mainly outside. And wintertime too. I mean. They don't really have winters like we have here.
Oh,
they're not as cold, so it was a lot easier to do things outside the house.
Okay. But, So let's say if you were going from Amsterdam to a different city, and you got a job there, and you've got family there, like, what would be the expectation? Is it okay? Oh, my auntie is there, so I'll just stay with my aunt, and it's pretty much fine. Everybody's okay with it. Or is it a case where you have to go there? Yes, she's your aunt, but you have to find your own place and you can visit. Like, what would be the norm?
I wouldn't know what the general ideas about that are, but.
And your family? In your family,
yeah, in
how
my
would it
family,
work?
well, I stayed with my sister and my brother-in-law for a year, even when they had kids, so that I could have a job at a mushroom factory somewhere. You know, big story, but you know. So
that look, I'm probably not gonna go there.
No, I didn't go there. So no, that was really nice. But that's because my family is very close too.
Yes.
So, and I'm pretty sure my uncles and aunts would have said the same thing. But that's not to say, you know, other families wouldn't. I don't know.
Yeah. It's different, I guess, with every family.
Yeah.
Okay, weddings. I love weddings. I want to know if there are any. Do you have any norms towards weddings, births?
Yeah, weddings are pretty
funerals?
different.
Yeah.
Yeah, weddings
Tell us
are
about
very
it.
different. Like ours too. It's started. I think I woke up at 5:30 or something.
In the morning.
You know, in the morning.
On your wedding day.
Yeah, you think, oh, wedding day, you know, but no. Yeah, it's early. 5:30. Get ready, you know, and then it's the custom for the groom to come to the bride's house. So Marty, my husband, he actually came to my parents' house.
Oh.
Rang the doorbell. That's like a big thing. And then you know, I came out with my parents behind me, and so he saw me there first. Yeah, so it's great. And then from there, we actually went to take the pictures for the, you know, like our wedding pictures and stuff.
Okay.
So we did that first. I guess it makes sense to have your hair all nice still.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
whatever.
that's true.
So then in the meantime, when we're gone, there's day guests coming. That's the guests that stay all day for the whole thing. And so it's like 35 people.
So are these like just family and friends, or are these like
close friends?
Okay.
Really close friends, and then family. Yeah, like some family. Just you know, not all, but yeah, just really close friends and family. So yeah, so 35 people, and then we ate something there. From there, we went to the city hall, which is where you first have to get married.
Okay.
And so we did some vows there, and then from there we went to the church, and then there all the people would come that wanted to come. So and there we did our vows and got married before God. And then from there we went to a reception hall somewhere, and then all the guests were there. So it's like, you know, over 200.
These are the invited guests?
Yeah, invited guests.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah. And so they're all there, but it's only for an hour or two, and then after that, all the guests go away again, and it's just us and day guests.
The day guests,
so
the ones
35.
that were there in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and then we had a whole supper for them, you know. But yeah, in the Netherlands it's expensive, like food and per plate you pay more than here.
Oh.
So yeah, no, it was you have to kind of tone it down a little bit. You know?
Yeah.
But no, and it went on until after midnight. So it was a long day.
That's a long day.
Yeah, but fun. It's a fun day. So
you have your husband at the end of the day.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
That's pretty much fun.
Exactly.
Okay. So what activities then would be viewed as private in the Netherlands?
I actually don't really know. I mean, births, there might just be some people that want to have their whole family there too. Actually, at home births are the thing to do there. You know?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hey?
Yeah.
Okay.
Home births, and then you have they call it a kravenzorgster, and my mom is actually one.
I'm not gonna try
and,
that.
yeah, no, it's like a nurse, and she stays in your home for like 8 days after you have your baby. So my own mom is like that kind of a nurse, and so she helped me with the baby. They know everything from breastfeeding to everything else. So yeah, it's great to have that there. It's free. So
that is awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. We will be coming back. Susanna is still in the studio with us, and we will be talking food, and we have a game. So you don't want to miss that right after this. Welcome back to Home is Here. We have Susanna van Ston in the studio with me discussing the Dutch culture. And right now we're talking food. Susanna,
yes,
what would be the most important meal of the day?
I'd say supper, just because the rest of the day consists of bread and sprinkles, or you know, whatever. But so it's bread in the morning, bread lunch, and then you actually have some vegetables.
So you
and
gotta
potatoes.
have bread in the Dutch home. You gotta have your bread.
Yes, bread is the main thing. But you know, it's definitely like to get something healthy, it would be supper. So yeah.
So what do we have here? Because this looks yummy.
So this is called hutspot, but it's okay. So that's the word for it. But it's pretty much just mashed potato, mashed carrot. It's got some onion, some bacon in it, and as you can see, normally there's a sausage on there too.
Where's my sausage?
Yeah, I have to get it to you now.
I want my sausage.
I don't have it for you.
Okay,
so,
I'll let that go.
Yeah, so this is it for now. But yeah, this is a very common meal. Like Dutch people love to mash stuff. They love to boil their, veggies until I don't know what, till they're just so soft.
And then mash it up.
And then mash it up.
That works.
Yep.
Okay, so this lovely meal over here, I get the privilege to try. So can I have a taste?
Yes. Yeah, go ahead. I'll have some.
All right. So do I just get it with
Just get whatever, yeah.
I just get a small part of it. Oh, I love mashed anything.
Oh, oops.
As long as it's mashed, it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you mix it up with something else mashed.
I know.
It works.
And it's so easy to make too, you know. If you move to the Netherlands, it's not very hard to cook there. This is fantastic.
I've never tried mashing carrots and potatoes.
Yeah.
But I like that taste. I love it.
Good.
And the bacon. You never go wrong with the bacon.
Know the bacon is good, yeah.
Well, so Susanna, if somebody was going to school, is it normal that they carry leftovers, or do you just go back to the bread?
Back to the bread. Just like a little sandwich bag, and put some bread in there, and that's it for the afternoon. Yeah.
So do you find here in Winnipeg, do you have foods that are indigenous to your culture, or stores that are Dutch?
Yeah, there's a Dutch store actually 5 minutes from my house.
Nice.
Just off of Henderson Highway. So it's awesome. I go there once every 2 weeks or something.
So what is it in there that is very Dutch that you get out of that store?
Oh, like sprinkles.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, sprinkles, and for my bread, different, like 4 or 5 different kinds of sprinkles. Other spreads for on bread. I get a lot of things for supper actually there. Like it has little packages, and I just make things from that.
Yeah.
It even has how do you call it? Well, salt and pepper, but not salt and pepper, but other
salt and pepper, but not salt and pepper. Salt and pepper?
this is a package of stuff that you can mix through it, you know, to even enhance the flavor.
So there's pretty much a whole lot of Dutch foods in there. I've never been there. I'm probably gonna want to visit.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah.
Okay.
So my husband gets a lot of Dutch food.
Okay. So to all viewers who are out there, we will have the name of the store and we will have it posted on our Facebook and our website. Right after this, we're gonna be playing the game. It's called Candy Fishing. Welcome back, everybody. We are ready to play a game that is played in the Netherlands, and it's called Candy Fishing. Susanna is going to help us, show us how this game is played. So, Susanna, what do we need to do?
Okay, so it's a very simple game. We used to play it when I was little, you know, sometimes on events or something, but you need a dish. It kind of depends on what age, you know, little kids, you take a little dish with, you know,
just
a little bit of water. But, you know, the older you get, the more fun it is to have lots of water.
This is cutting some slack on me, right?
Yeah, this is cutting slack. This is actually not even as fun as it could be, you know. You kind of want to dip your whole head in, right? Okay, so then you put water in it, just as much as you want, but to make it fun, more as fun. You make sure you have candies wrapped in paper so it doesn't get all sticky right away.
All right.
And preferably candies that are heavy so they go to the bottom of the
Oh, yeah, you don't want
dish.
them to float.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not sure about these ones, but we'll just see. So you
Let's
put them in.
All right.
Now,
all right,
then
candies.
When you're playing with two people, you kind of just maybe have a time set, you know, like have a timer, and then the person who can fish as many with just his mouth, like you can't use your fingers.
Can't use your hands.
So, you know, take them away, and then you use just your mouth to catch them, and then you just put them on the side or something for now.
All right.
And then the person who's got most wins.
Is the winner.
But you can all keep the candies.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, Susanna, are you ready for this?
Gold.
On three?
Yeah,
on three?
Okay.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Am I supposed to be drinking this water or what? I'm drinking the water. What is this?
Don't drink it.
How do you get any candy?
Okay.
I give up. Obviously, she's the Dutch, and I am not, because she is going. I'm going to count us down. 2, 1, end of the game. Yay! How many did you get?
Well, I got 2, 4, 6, 7.
Okay. I got only 3 people. We tell who the winner is. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a fantastic week.